What's up, folks? I'm Cory from Gun Gamers, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some stuff that's near and dear to my heart, and it's stuff that I just can't forget, sort of like all that music from 2010 that you just, when you're a teenager, you just can't stop listening to it. Whenever it comes around, you just enjoy it. So today, I'm going to be talking about throwback kits. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is sort of a throwback. It's more like a callback. And it's, of course, a N-Gage Tactical Jigar. So if you guys don't know about the Jigar, it is a chest rig that has a little bit of modularity, but also has some stuff that's near and dear to your hearts that you'll always need in an Airsoft game. So a pouch for a radio. It can hold a Baofeng with an extended battery. And then this big GP pouch over here that can hold like 3 pounds of Skittles or a kilo of cocaine, whatever you need for an Airsoft game. And Velcro closure. But it has this looped Velcro panel here where you can really put on different types of magazine pouches or whatever you need. And also it accepts danglers. But the panel I have on here is actually a reproduction of a Paraclete panel that N-Gage Tactical made. So if you know anything about Paraclete and pre-MSA smoke green stuff, it's really hard to come by, and I have never once found one of these panels on eBay or anything. So I had to make me one. And we'll talk about the harness. The harness is a Y harness that Matt from N-Gage Tactical gave me for a modern Chi-Com that he made for me as well. But this harness is old school Alice with some black webbing, which you don't see too much black webbing anymore, unless it's for the memes. And it's super comfortable and just another throwback. So yeah, there's my first piece of kit. Another thing that I'm going to talk about is this UCP IOTB. Eric, if you're editing this, make sure you put in the footage of me saying I'd never wear a fucking IOTB again. But here I am, and I've somehow convinced like 200 people to wear one with me. But the IOTB, modern, without chronic back pain, is actually pretty good. It's not bad. I have the core ice vents on the shoulders up here, which take off so much weight, and I've got weighted plates in here. But something weird I wanted to do was put on a bunch of Paraclete pouches to this. And, of course, an S-Tac Kiwi, because you need a little bit of nice stuff once in a while. But, yeah, so I've got a bunch, and I'll put in a picture of this so you can see the whole thing. A bunch of Paraclete pouches on here on the UCP. For some reason, it's just like, I don't know, it gives me all these 2010, 2012 Ranger and CIA vibes, so I kind of like it. It's pretty comfortable. I can't wait to use it in a game. But the IOTB, I hate to say it, but it really is not that bad, as I remember. Even with weighted plates and soft armor that I have in here, it's not that bad. There's worse things out there. And you know what is worse? Some of the Paraclete plate carriers are pretty bad. I wore one for 12 hours the other day, and my poor little back. That really hurt. So some throwback stuff is not what it's all cracked up to be. Some of the older style kits are older for a reason. We have modularity and modern updates to things for a reason. So if you are planning on using some of the older stuff for a long period of time, expect that maybe that will be the first or last time you wear some of that stuff. Speaking of stuff that I love but also hate, we have this old ass UCP tactical assault panel. So this thing is sort of garbage, but also ingenious for the U.S. military. It's if you don't know much about it, basically it's a panel that attaches to the IOTB via Swift clips, and it is designed to fall with the plate carrier when the QD wire is pulled. So it's pretty nice. It's basically an American Tasmanian Tiger Mark II chest rig. So it has integrated mags all across the front, as well as integrated radio pouches, which are a little bit larger and have some plastic reinforcement on there to help protect the radio a little bit. And on top of that, I have put some USGI and Tactical Tailor and Warrior Assault System pouches. And this kind of just breaks up the couch camouflage that UCP is with a little bit more modern flair. This is specifically for Task Force Keg, which is an impression group that a few of the Gun Gamers guys, like Garrett and Ian and Eric and Jim and Matt, have started up sort of to create a NATO grunt impression group for MILSIM events. And if you're interested in that, find us on Facebook, Task Force Keg, MILSIM West General Interest Group. But yeah, find us there if you want to wear really bad kit and have a lot of fun. And of course, we do have to talk about throwback rifles. So everyone's running around with their M-Lock and Key Mod rifles that weigh nothing and are basically feathers, and I want to use a GMP steel and aluminum body gun that weighs like 10 pounds and has old school stuff on it with 100-mile-an-hour tape and old school Staynags. I don't know. This gun even smells like my service rifle from the Army. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my brain tricking me. But using something that is this similar to what I was using in the Army just feels good. It feels natural. So that being said, use what you're good with. And this is something that I feel pretty confident with. Definitely not the most modern airsoft gun, but there's some advantages to that. The advantage of it is the ergonomics. I know the ergonomics, it feels good. I know how to carry this rifle comfortably. And the other thing about it is sometimes overly complex guns are not the best things to bring out for a 40-hour MILSIM event when it's pouring rain. And I brought this in the pouring rain, and guess what? Just making sure it's clear. Still shoots. Yeah, so definitely don't knock the older stuff. I mean, you can. That's your opinion. But my opinion is you suck if you don't like older stuff. But that being said, there's a time and place for everything. I don't want to use older stuff all the time. Like this past weekend, this gun doesn't perform that great. It's built to keep performing. It's not built to outshoot anything. And there were times at MSATO's Battle at the Depot 2 where I was like, man, if I had my Crytek SBR, I could have hit that guy. And so, yeah, just know when and where to use stuff. Gun Gamers has been having a lot of fun when we can this year, which is very few times, running some older school stuff. We went out with Keg Kit, which is, U.S. Army grunt stuff. And then we went out with, like, this meta-modern jungle combat setup with Tiger Stripe and Alice gear and M81 gear and just some stuff to really break the fold of running all this, crazy Spiritus system stuff and Haley gear. So, yeah. Thanks for watching my video about hipster garbage. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have differing opinions, I don't really care. But put them in the comments, and I might look at them. But anyways, I love you guys. I hope you're staying safe. Keep taking precautions. Keep wearing your masks. And see you around.
Thank you for watching this video from Gun Gamers. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. Check the description below if you'd like to buy a t-shirt or a patch, and use the coupon code JUDY10 for 10% off of your next order at Amped Airsoft. Thank you again for watching, and praise Judy.